What's up, you guys? So, in case you haven't heard by now, Amanda Seales was on Club Shay Shay, and she exposed Issa Rae for what I would call not being professional. She exposed Issa Rae for not protecting her in the situation with Issa Rae's publicist Vanessa, who kept her out of the Black Emmy party some years ago, which ended up with Amanda being assaulted by a security guard. So we're going to get into that in this video. But first, if you're watching, you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, and everyone click the thumbs up button. All right, you guys. So Amanda Seales sat down with Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp, and one of the things she talked about, number one, was autism. I did a separate video about her announcing that she's autistic, and I feel that kind of plays into her relationship with Issa Rae. Because again, it's like she's not picking up on the social cues. And when she described the situation, the social cues sound like Issa Rae doesn't really like her. It sounds like she hired her, but it sounds like she doesn't really like her. And Amanda Seales didn't really realize this. So Amanda Seales starts off by saying that she's been protecting Issa Rae to the point where people are using her protection of Issa Rae against her. And so she said at this point, she's realizing that she protects people that don't protect her. And in the situation, Issa Rae had the opportunity to protect Amanda Seales in the situation with her publicist. The publicist is employed by Issa, and Issa never stepped in. So she had the opportunity to protect Amanda. She didn't take that opportunity. So Amanda is now saying she's not going to take the opportunity to protect Issa anymore. And so she was saying that Amanda was told that she's a mean girl on the set of Insecure. And so Amanda is saying that she can't be a mean girl, basically because she's not in any power. She said, how it's your show, you're my boss. I don't even have the capacity to be the mean girl here because you can fire me. So there's no way for me to be a mean girl, which I don't agree with. I feel like you can still be a mean girl even if you can't hurt nobody. And a lot of mean girls are the way they are because they don't have power. So I don't agree with Amanda on that assessment, but I do agree that this is a work environment. Issa Rae was treating it like a social situation. Like if your friends don't get along, two of your friends don't get along, you would tell them, handle that between the two of them. But in a professional situation, if you employ both of them, you are supposed to step in. So first, Amanda was explaining a different situation where she had like a web series. Both her and Tamar Braxton had shows called Get Your Life. Hers was a web series, and it was on Issa Rae's website, but Issa Rae wouldn't clarify that it was Amanda's show. It wasn't her show. She didn't produce it. It was Amanda's show. And so Amanda was saying once she had that initial interaction with Issa and she realized Issa wouldn't clarify that it wasn't her show, she saw how Issa does business. And so Amanda is saying in the time period that she was working on Insecure, and she's also having to interact with the publicist is so mean to her to the point where someone else tells the publicist, like, this is talent. Issa's business manager had to tell the publicist to be kinder to Amanda Seales. Like, she had to step in. The business manager had to step in. And then Amanda Seales found out that the publicist was going around telling people that Amanda Seales' job was on the line. Like, she could be losing her job at Insecure. And this is why I say that Amanda Seales doesn't pick up on the social cues, because she doesn't realize, it seems to me that the publicist is speaking for Issa. Like, if the publicist is close with Issa, it seems like to me that Issa might share the same feelings as the publicist. So when the publicist is going back and telling different publications that Amanda Seales is in danger of getting fired, really, to me, it sounds like that's coming from Issa. And so when the whole situation happened, the publicist was, of course, doing what publicists do. She was disseminating information, negative information about Amanda Seales, and telling people she peed on the floor like a puppy at the Emmy party. And so Issa Rae finally called her and asked her, is it going to be a problem on the set of Insecure? And Amanda is looking at Issa to step in because she feels like they're both employees of Issa. So at a certain point, Issa tells her to talk to the girl, Vanessa. And so Amanda goes to talk to her on the advice of her boss, because she looks at Issa as her boss. But when they have that conversation, it really doesn't clear up anything. Vanessa just tells Amanda that she doesn't like her, and Amanda Seales hangs up the phone because she was like, okay, you don't like me. But the publicist continuing to talk negatively about Amanda Seales to different people in positions of power is hurting Amanda Seales because this is around the time her book was coming out. And so it's hurting the promotion of her book. So it's hurting her professionally, and she's taking it very seriously. And so Amanda says she brought her into her trailer and she was going by this principle in the 48 laws of power. So she sat Issa on a higher plane than her and she sat down lower. And she said she purposely made Issa feel like the queen because she felt that's what Issa needed. And she told her, I don't have a reason to lie to you, but the people that work for you in close quarters whose name are really attached to you, they'll lie to you. And she said she had to convince her, like, it's really happening. Like, this woman is really ruining my career. And she said again at the end of season 1, she pulled Issa aside and she asked her to go to dinner. She said, I want to take you to dinner. So she took her to dinner and she said, I feel like you think I have something against you. And I just don't know why you feel that way because we had been cool from even before this. And Issa ends up telling her that she looks at her like her character on Insecure. And again, this is where Amanda Seales, in my opinion, is not picking up what Issa is saying. Like, to me, Issa saying, I look at you like your character on Insecure is saying, I look at you as bougie. Like, I look at you as a bougie woman, and that's why I casted you for the role, because that's how I see you. But Amanda Seales is confused, and she's like, is my acting that good? And am I that good of an actress when she wrote the character? And so Amanda Seales is confused. But to me, the takeaway is Issa Rae doesn't really like her. And so Amanda Seales is saying that she used to be the balm in the situation. Like, she used to try to smooth out the situation. But at the end, when the show wrapped, she decided not to be the balm to the situation. And she said in season 5, when Issa came out her face, she said she came out of her face one too many times. And so Amanda, chose to stop being the balm in the situation because the show was wrapping. It was the end of the season and the end of the series. And she said she's not going to keep doing this. So she stopped communicating with Issa. And at this point, not only has she stopped communicating with Issa, but she's decided to stop protecting Issa Rae. She's decided to stop protecting her. Y'all leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think about it. Like I said, from what I'm hearing, it sounds like Issa never really cared for her, like on a personal level. Yes, she did have a professional responsibility. If 2 of her employees are not getting along and one is causing harm to the other one's career, then yeah, that is an issue. That is an issue where an employer would need to be an employer and step up and step in and not be like a friend who just says, I'm not involved. But y'all leave a comment and let me know what y'all think about the situation. As always, thanks for watching.